interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Step right up, got tickets on sale. In today's episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone. But don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind lead in the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here. We're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour yourself something. The world's still spinning. The shit show goes on. Yo, the world's strongest man just dropped the ball, and the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lion's at the cage, puppets in rage, and the ringleader's on parade. It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on! Witness the greatest show on earth. Restore the flame. We got panic. Everything's fine.
It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Everything's fine.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay, let me start over. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming and hanging out with me. It's Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. And hopefully this shit show is almost over, right? Like, we're just like a few months short of being out of it. Please. Please. Oh, no, it's still not better. Sugar Riches, I'm glad you said there. That's better because I need one more thing, and that's this thing closer to me. See, you'll see. It makes all the difference in the world. See what I mean? Anyways, how are we? All 9 of you beautiful people, the most important ones, right? Oh, buddy, he's fucking... No, so I know. Hopefully I fixed it. Sorry, I know. I'm behind. It does got to get better, right, Heather? Fuck. It's just getting. Ugh. I got to tell you, what anymore? Like trying to watch. I've been trying to watch the news, like the fake news, and every time I get on there and try to watch it, I literally feel like somebody's trying to molest me. How else do I say it? Yeah, just awful. Hey, Forrest, haven't seen you in a bit. Matrix, what's up? I need to come back up here and do my haze. So I don't know if Harley Dad won the boobies, but for some reason, Kaya said boobies for Harley Dad. I'm thinking maybe he said something on here and YouTube, of course, did their censoring bullshit and took it away, like they always do. So if you did, hey Harley, and then Kai, and Fatty, and Sunflowers, and Mishka, and Donna. I see Bobby. No, I don't see Bobby yet. But anyway, Sun Honey, how are ya? Flatty, get me going. I was trying right when you put that. I was like, I gotta hurry up. D, how are you, darling? And Sugar Britches, what's up, my darling? Heather, how are you? Matrix, what's up, sir? Been a bit. Anyways, I had totally forgotten this song. So appropriate. Waves from Afghanistan. I know, dude. So yeah, when we get into today, this is going to pertain to you a lot. So you'll probably have a lot to contribute. And for some reason, if you decide that you need a link and you need to get up here and tell us all about it, you just let me know. So howdy. I mean, it's going to pertain to the entire United States, to all of us. But no volume. Oh, a lot of the information that I was trying to find was specifically pertaining to the county that I live in, which let me tell you, they don't make it easy to find any of it. And I hadn't been looking and like I should have been looking. And so, and I know I'm kind of late to the game, means it's a month away, but if I can go and be a poll watcher, you bet your sweet ass I will. However, I may have missed the boat because I'm pretty sure there's some training or some shit that they want to program you into. When you guys see all the things, like every one of the videos, it's almost like it's a pain in the ass that you want to be a poll watcher. Like, well, you can, but if you do, here's the deal. Yeah, it pisses me off. Anyways, we'll get into that right after I say all my haze. Okay, Matrix, Heather, anyways. Shelly, what's up? I got into your live and was trying to say hey, and then my phone rang and I never got back into it. And by the time I did, you were gone. I was so pissed. But hey, darling, I had intentions of getting into your chat, but I had about 3 phone calls that changed all that. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you, darling. Right, train wreck. Harley, what's up? It's sipping on fire. Sipping on. Harley's been a member almost long enough to have babies. Sipping on Fire's been a member long enough to make baby. Hello, Mr. Andy. And yes, we are lunatics. Absolute lunatics. But we got to play just a little bit of music before we finish here. Because, I mean, we got to give him a little bit of, we got to give him some type of hawk to you. Or maybe just a dog, or let's see here. Yeah, let's give him the hot dogs.
Oh, you gotta give that spit on that thing. Oh, you gotta give that spit on that thing. 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 Spit on that.
Spit on that thing. Spit on that thing. At least she knew how to say it. Right? Let's see, wait, where were we? Sipping? Right there. Harley says I rock. Well, you know, I don't know well. Thank you, but I think it's more like I just kind of, what can I do rock? Sometimes. Depends on how pissed off I am. No, I'm kidding. But I have to train first. Yeah, I know. You have to train first. See? I'm gonna. Yeah, I gotta pull. Yeah. Did you see the thumbnail? That's not the poll I was talking about. I made that really clear. Here's an interesting fact. Demos have been in power for 12 years. 8 with Obama and 4 with Brandon. So why couldn't they do all the things that Kamala is promising, right? There's absolutely no way. I just heard where Trump said that Camel Toe nor Joe have really been the ones running the show, that there's like a committee of people that are handling that. Sorry, don't mean to yawn. Don't know why I am. It's crazy, though. I'm telling you what. Well, we'll get into it here in a minute regarding the polls and how there needs to be a lot of pressure. Poll watchers or poll dancers? No E in poll. 2 L's. Go there, Andy. Go there. I am always there in spirit, darling. Always. Even if I'm not sure if you're doing a live, I'll be like, is she doing a live today? Because I know sometimes it doesn't necessarily fall on the day you'd like it to fall on. And I totally understand. Hey, Ann, what's up, darling? Art, what's up? My mom watched the polling stations for years. She thought it was a civic duty to help people vote. Her personal politics were never a part of the process. Well, a poll watcher and a poll worker is completely different. If you go to be a poll watcher, you can't talk to nobody. You can't do, like, It's like you're a pole. You just stand there and watch. And if you have a disagreement about something, then you have to take it to a judge. Whoever, I don't know, election judge, I don't know. They got rules on it. But you cannot get in the way. You can't be, but they did change the rules. This was another thing you'll see that irritates people. And it always makes me think, why does it irritate you that people can actually walk around the area and watch the people to make sure that that shit's going right? They didn't want them to go and walk the areas. They wanted them to stay in this one little tiny space. What the hell are you going to see from a corner of the room? You need to be able to see what's going on. You need to see they're matching those, whatever, if it's signatures or however they're counting it, that they're actually putting the right numbers in. So the other thing that I think is bullshit is they only allow one from each side to poll watch. Do you know how many people are counting ballots? It's not one person. So you got one person trying to watch everybody do the right thing. Give me a break. It should be set up different. If they're gonna do it, regardless, it should be set up different. I hear Camel Toe knows a lot about polls. Right, yeah. Who is that fatty guy? Oh, you don't even want me to go there. Yeah, he's a something. Let's just say that. I mean, no, I'm not even going to go there. Welcome to poll watching with Hawk to You Gutters. Yes, that's it. That's right, Forrest. That's exactly right. The deep state does run the forest, or does run the forest, does run the country, and it's deeper than you think, but it's more simple than you think. Thank you. I'm actually going to diet again this week. Friday, means I got the most I'll probably have in here for the evening. Well, maybe the numbers will go up, but I will not be doing a coffee club on Friday. I have some stuff that came up, and so it's not going to happen. And it's not going to be able to happen but either Wednesday, Thursday, and it won't be able to happen also Saturday or Sunday. Maybe Mouse will do one or something to make up for it. I don't know. But yeah. I'm bummed about it, but I just can't get out of it. Okay, am I missing anybody here? G2K, what's up? Outlaw, what's up? Fools and Tools. Just a minute. So, you have been around, and I've seen you doing lives and stuff. So, I give out wrenches so that you can go and network with everybody and kind of go to their channels and check them out and sub them and, all that good shit. Instead of having to ask me to drop a link or somebody else drop a link or any of that shit. We just do it this way. Why wouldn't my live be coming up? First thing you would think. Okay. Well, that's weird. Where'd you go? There you are. So, yeah, standard mod wrench just gets you, so you can go over to everybody's channel. Don't be timing anybody out, none of that shit, but enjoy. And thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Where was I? That's right. Yeah, common sense is so not common. James, what's up? Kelly Ford, how are ya? Can you time out your panty? Why, certainly. For fighting with your bra? Yeah. My panties are always in timeout, let me just tell you. Probably more information than anybody needed to know, but just so you know, they're useless. So, what do I know? I have been, like I said, I've been trying to figure out how I could get signed up to Poll Watch. But first of all, trying to find the information, for the love of an election, give me a break. It's insane. Like, Oregon being one of those states, there's only like 10 states if you look where they make it really easy and you go to this one website. If you put in, say, how to be a poll watcher, it will take you to this site, but there's only like 9 states or 15. I don't know. It's not that many that actually give you training on it. Well, you can't go poll watch until you've done the training. Well, it's like, you dumb sons of bitches. I thought Trump's website had information on poll watcher. Oh, it does for certain states. That's the one that Laura Trump sent me down the rabbit hole of looking for being able to get into the whole poll watching thing. I almost thought about going to the Democrat side because it sure seemed like that it was easy to get in on that side of it. But I'm not going to. No way. You can't make me. Well, I think they probably did. But here's the deal. They trained him in all these other states, none of which Oregon's not there. It pisses me off. So I took it upon myself. Okay, see here. Look, right. Let's just show you. Yeah, this is it. Nobody cares about deep blue or deep red states, Gigi. You shush, Arby. Tony, what's up? Red and blue, it's all poo. You are so correct, fools and tools. You're so fucking correct. Okay. Let me show you. See? Look at here. Here we go. Okay, so it wasn't 9 states, but it's not. These are the states that give you information on poll watching. What did you say? How many would you say is here? You piece of shit. You better start moving. Why is it being so slow? My battery must be going dead on this. Okay. So, no Washington. No Oregon. Idaho's there. It pissed me off. No California's there. Election observation rights, but let's go to it and see what it shows. Because it probably didn't show. Oh, here we go. That's more information than I even get from any of the others. Yep. So this one actually has information. Woohoo. That's California, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. Pisses me off. I'm telling you what, our government is so fucking crooked. No worries, Kelly. So, anyways, on that one, like I said, I was really pissed. I was all excited. When I seen this, I was like, woohoo, yay. I'll be able to just go to this site, find what I need, get my, get whatever classes or whatever it is I need to do out of the way, and then boom, I'll do this. Yeah, no. Nope. Not even close. So I had to go down a rabbit hole to figure out where in the hell it was that I needed to go, and I think I figured it out. I had to go to a website that was for the Republican Party, and then I had to go to my county. And then I had to sign up to volunteer. And I specifically put in there that I wanted to poll watch. But I'm sure here they don't call it poll watch. They call it observation something. Same shit. But here's the deal. If we all don't start getting into this shit and paying attention to what's going on, they're just going to continue to screw us. We can't just do it in a couple of counties or a couple of states or, we got to do it every place. This is what I've been trying to explain to my kids. It can't just be me. Like, my family needs to get off their ass and do this as well. They're not happy about it, but they'll get over it. I'm the mom. I'll decide. Just kidding. They're all full grown now. I don't get to make none of those decisions, but I can throw one hell of a big fit. Only because, it's important. There's going to be riots. You bet there is. Well, if Camel Toe wins then I hope conservatives get off their ass and fucking do something. Not trying to insinuate violence, but we know if Trump wins, oh, holy hell, they're going to just come uncorked. They'll be more than just shitting on sidewalks and starting dumpster fires and pushing statues over. Hey, Kate, what's up? Had to go. Oh, poll watching. It's POLL. So it's the poll. You know what I mean? So it's the different type of poll. Like nothing long and slender involved. Like, hey, Crown Target. There are going to be riots, in part because they've been priming the occurrences of such an event over the past few years. They've normalized and incentivized. I know. Just like everything else. It's just crazy. I'm telling you guys. I can't even believe it. And that's why I think that if we don't stop it, we're screwed. So it's not the other kind of poll. Sorry, couldn't help myself. I know. I even put on the thumbnail. I pointed at the poll. Said no, not this poll. Oilers. Kate, just Google carrot cake restaurant. Got her proposal pop up. Oh. So, yeah, we got some wrestling going on. We'll talk about because we're gonna need to make some plugs for Thursday. I will be wrestling Mrs. T from Vic BC Live. Y'all gotta come and you have to root for me because at the end of the show, the last match will be the woman who holds the women's belt and whoever y'all vote in. And you need to vote me in, not Mrs. T and not any of the other divas that are in the wrestling thing. It's me. Just me. What is touching me? Yes, see, Ike's right there with it. Ike's got the stream for Thursday right there. So y'all make sure you click on that. Go sub up to Mr. Ike and come watch us Thursday night, 7:15 Pacific Standard or 10:15 Eastern. Come watch us. Because I hate to say it, but I have to kick T's ass. But it's not because I want to. It's because I have to. I'm forced to. Because I need the belt. Because I have to have the belt. What's my finishing move? You'll have to come there to see. My finishing move is I serve carrot cake. And if you want to know what carrot cake is, well, you're going to have to come to Ike's channel a Thursday night. Seriously Podcast is the name of the channel, and his link I have highlighted. But if you want to see what I'm serving, you're gonna have to show up. Uh, Carrot cake with whipped cream. No grilled pink snapper. No, no, absolutely no fishy taste whatsoever will be involved. None. There is strategy. Arby said that we have no strategy. How dare him? What the hell? Okay, we got to stay focused here. Anyways, y'all, we're going to plug this again before the night ends, but you got to go check it out. Seriously Podcast channel. Please go over there and subscribe, all the things so you don't miss out on. Make sure you click the notification too, so you can come watch me wrestle Mrs. T. Yes, a fresh, clean wrestling match. Exactly. Damn near Massengill fresh. We're so wrong on so many levels. Okay, we need to stay focused. God damn it, Art. You're not helping. Neither is Chrome. Chrome Dome Omega. Oh, Jesus. Chrome Dome Omega, where'd you find us at? And now I'm curious. Okay. You guys are got me all out of focus here. You're not it's not helping. Hey Chaz, what's up, sweetheart? Okay. So where'd it go? I saved all this shit. Did you take it all away? It's got to be here, right? I'm frustrated. I wish there was going to be mud involved. I think that eventually we can do like tag teams and they can be male and female. But I think Ike has to figure out how to work all that shit out. I think. I'm not sure. Okay, let me take this down first. And where's the one? Oh, see, it didn't save the one I wanted to. It's almost like it knows what I'm trying to stop. I wanted you to see kind of the negativity of each one of them, but here, we'll start with. Oh, you know what? Let's start with the one from. Let's just point this out. So with the whole elections, and they ain't even really started, it just tells me a lot. You guys are getting me off track. I'm not going to let you. Yeah, Miss T has been working out. Well, okay. She should keep working out. Actually, that's good for her. She should keep working out. Okay. I'm glad I can be her invisible motivation. I love it. So, this outfit the woman that's talking in the lower right corner is somebody that comes from United Sovereign Americans. Not Sovereign, Sovereign. And she's talking about the elections coming up and what she wants them. There's some shit they need to get together here. So, anyways, just to give you an idea of she's really short on what she wants, but what I want to get a hold of this woman. And this is what I think that each one of us, the reason I'm showing everybody this is I think each one of us need to, in our own way, find a way, go to your county, whatever, and go and talk with them. If this is the only way we're going to be able to get through and make sure that our election isn't completely stolen, then I think we should do it. What happened? Okay, we'll talk about it in just a minute, MC. Okay. Okay. So, this bitch up in this lady in the right here. Oh, she's so smug. But just listen to what they have to say, because it's very so this lady right here is the one that's given her information. And this lady has actually been into the local politics for quite a while here, from the sounds of it. Well, supposedly Camel Toe has a slight edge on Trump, but I kind of don't believe that. If you actually go and listen and talk to people, that doesn't seem to be the census, but that's what they're saying. I mean, I hear a lot of Democrats going, I ain't voting for that dumb bitch, but we'll see. And Trump has gained a little bit here or there. Okay, here comes Arby. Except you're gray. Why are you gray? You look a little gray and ashen. There you go.
Because I had my camera on, even though it's covered up.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, you worried me there.
Sorry. I'm not gray. I'm the giver of treats again. My bad.
Okay, yes.
Well, the picture is the receiver of treats.
Right. All right, so this part's really quick, what she says, but I love how she's like, okay, this is the list of shit I need. Let me see if she... All right.
My name is Jill Brandt. I've been a resident of Washington County for 6.5 years. I'm a volunteer and not an official spokesperson with United Sovereign Americans, that was presented to you 2 weeks ago. We hope that you've had time to read it and gather some resolution for a legally valid 2024 general election and the 2022 general election validity scorecards for both Oregon. You can review the major points of the Washington County scorecard highlighted in the orange areas. Number 1, apparent violations with unique votes impacted. Number 3, the difference between the number of voters voting and the number of votes counted. And number 4, the provable...
Is it choppy?
Yeah.
Is it choppy, Arby?
Yeah. Yes, it's choppy.
Motherfucker.
What is
Okay, so basically, is part of what she's talking about is the fact that there were a lot of discrepancies in the last 2022, and she's wanting that shit fixed beforehand. And of course, you see the smug bitch up here, well, the smug lady, and how she doesn't really want.
The supporting evidence for this data, including individual names, ID numbers, and
She doesn't want to really. This woman, the one in the lower corner, she only has like 2 minutes to get her information out. And in that 2 minutes, I'm telling you what, you can just tell by the way they act. It's like having to, and here's the deal. When after they ask her this, if they want to say, ask any one of these county commissioners a question, they can't. There's no questions. They can ask no questions of these county commissioners. I think that's absolutely bullshit.
You know, the way all of these hearings, you see every single one from school boards to county, whatever, to city, all of it. It's set, the way it's set up is to advantage the state or the municipality or whatever, not the voting public or the citizens.
Exactly. That needs to be changed. And I think the only way we are going to change any of that is to do it ourselves. I mean, literally, we're going to have to do it.
Because I wanted to say that I respect what you're talking about. I know I've given you shit before about just like bitching and moaning. I think this is a good thing to, you know, push, especially on your family and other people.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of the things that I've already signed up, and now I'm just waiting to hear. They told me they sent me a confirmation saying they got my email and my request, and then I sent back another confirmation so they knew. And I just think that if I don't get involved, my kids are not going to get involved enough. And if that don't happen, then my grandkids don't have a shot in hell. And I hope in the process, I feel like there's quite a few people that are out there, and even a lot of the Democrats have said, no, we want to go, we want to watch, we want to see what the hell you guys are doing. Like in this group of people right here, these county commissioners, the only one that actually seemed to give a shit about she actually paid attention to what people said and looked them in the eye, was this woman right here. She's the only one. These other three could have gave two shits. And they were so rude, just so rude. And then further on in this whole thing, which I won't do because it's choppy, there's another guy that comes in, and he used to be a county commissioner. And let me tell you what, he runs them through the gamut. And a lot of these people are the same people that come back. Like there's people that sit down with them and talk about stuff. And then these are the ones that actually come back and state what everybody's gone over and talked about. And so I just think that the biggest way to do that is to find a way to get into a local group and then just push wherever you can to get shit done right. I mean, I don't know how else we're going to fix it. And the election's right around the corner. And I know the Democrats have looked at every way they can to screw the election. I know they have. So if we don't fight back now, we are screwed.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think people on both sides of the aisle who are for the people, the populists who are against the machine. I mean, there's a portion of the machine that's on the right, there's a portion of the machine that's on the left, and that's what you see behind, like, you know, the Cheneys, who used to be the enemies of the Democrats during the, you know, Bush eras, ran the Bush administration, all that crazy stuff, whatever. I mean, not crazy, but all that stuff. And now they're running around going, oh, look, he supports us. It's the war machine, you know? So much of our government has been run by the military-industrial complex and like the Wall Street economy for so long, regardless on which side you're on. And so the populists on each side recognize that the people have to take back control.
Yep. Yeah, I think there just comes a time that we all have to just go, okay, enough. And I think, you know, we've hit that spot. I'm, even if my kids don't get into something regarding the election this time, I'm hoping that even if I can get them in for the next in, 2026 to where they are, going and watching something. I think it's, as Art T said, his mom did it because she felt it was her civil duty. I think that we should have some kind of a civil duty, especially when, our country's falling apart. If we don't save it, we got nobody to blame for ourselves that we lost it.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I keep telling people. Even if Trump wins, it's not going to change a ton if the people don't continue to form a movement going forward that's going to stand for something. We have to come together and form some American ideal that we're going to stand for and push forward, and not allow the Republican Party to just get eaten up back by the neocons.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I definitely think, and I think that if we've done enough dinking around now that it really is time to just stand up for, as citizens, we have these rights. And if we don't use them, we are so close to losing all of them. I mean, I think it will be once they've picked away at most of the rights and there's not a lot left, they'll just take those last few rights you got. So if we don't buck up, we'll know when we fucked up. Trust me.
It's not even just about taking them. I mean, look at the way that like your generation was raised versus like my generation versus the kids growing up now with all the nannyism and all that. Even more than I did growing up, people that grew up during your generation understood much more freedom. So like, forget the fact that like they want to take certain things away. Like kids now think that having a cell phone in your pocket is a normal thing, that we should just always be, attached to things. They think that not having it is a problem. They don't realize that they're walking around with a surveillance device in their freaking pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which is, and I think we were just led like down this road to believe like how, I mean, think about how many little kids have wristwatches on their arm. They're, in first grade, and their parents are concerned. They don't want them to be swiped or whatever. And so because they're worried about somebody taking off with their kid, they put this digital watch on their arm that does all the surveillance you could possibly. I mean, literally somebody could break into it, get your kid, and I mean, they could send you down one hell of a wrong road before you'd ever realize that your kid was not with the watch. So, and I believe they have all those, there's a lot of people out there that know how to work all that shit. So it's just kind of scary to me that what the parents are trying to save their kids with could be the end result that actually hurts them.
Yeah, I mean, look, kids are being introduced to technology as babies. Look at all these little babies that are on, on iPads and things like that.
Yep.
I remember reading these stories about how like there was Spider-Man related like YouTube content that was pushing kids down into like neo-Nazi videos or something, and that's why they made like the YouTube Kids stuff to try and crack down on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, and I think when I talk about this whole poll watching, if you go to try to research it, if you are in a blue state, it is really going to be hard to find. Well, it could be very hard to find the information you need for you to get signed up for it. The one thing that I can say is if you go to the Republican Party, that's your best avenue. They will send you down that road because they want somebody watching. So if you can get, in there to wherever, they can kind of send you down the road of what you need to do to become a poll watcher. And like I said, I don't think it's a bad thing. you know, they actually do have positions for people to actually work the elections. And I mean, I'm sorry, I would much rather have somebody that wanted the elections to be truthful, no matter, even if, here's the deal, no matter how much I would hate it, if I seen somebody trying to screw the election over either way, I would say something, even though it could mean it, you know, I would feel like I lost in the sense of, you know, I don't think it would be right for my family to have camel toe win. But if I seen somebody trying to screw over the election like that, in that sense of trying to put more Trump votes in when they weren't there, I would say something. You don't get to do that. This is the whole idea of a truthful and honest election. And if you fall into it just because they're leaning your way, then you're part of the fucking problem. So, and I know it's not easy, but I feel like you would have to stand up and say, no, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you screw us over.
Well, look, either you have morals or you don't. And
That's right.
To me, in a lot of ways, and I can't say this is true of everybody, but a lot of the people that I've known that tend to lean left tend to have a ends justify the means sort of mentality about politics. Whereas people I've known that tend to lean right tend to have a, hey, these are my sort of like set of morals and ideals, and so I'm going to try and find somebody that's as close to that as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it doesn't hold true amongst everybody, but you know, for the most people, you know, have to talk to about this stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Big Dogma, I seen you, honey. I was just getting off on my rant. And AMC and Crazy Chicken Lady. I take it Buddy irritated a bunch of you guys, so you got the fuck out of there. I don't blame you.
Wait, Buddy does streams where he talks about stuff and pisses people off, but also does singing or whatever? Or
Yeah. Yeah, well, he has a tendency to try to, instead of just sticking to music, which is what I've told him 100 times to do, just stick with your music, dude. If you just sing, fucker. That's what you need to do, okay? That's what you're here for. They're here to hear your voice, not hear your brain. Because your brain makes everybody crazy.
Mm. That's what this place is for the crazies or the unstable people.
Yes, that's what. I mean, come on, get it right. Yes, Buddy's singing is phenomenal, and I love to hear him sing. He does. He has a tendency. I think it's almost like a goal setting thing for him every morning. Okay, which ones do I want to piss off today? P digits. I appreciate whistling. Right? Bucket. Yeah, AMC got out of there. And if Buddy starts talking politics, more than likely he's doing it just to irritate the piss out of you. So your best bet is just to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, I've been definitely doing a lot of digging with the whole poll watching, just trying to figure it out. Like I said, I probably got myself too late before I can, because they're gonna say, oh well, you don't have enough training to get into it. But this one lady that went on, oh my gosh, I wish we could hear it. I wonder if I close everything else out. Let me try. Right. Yeah, there she is. Okay. Tell me if this gets glitchy.
Dan Forrester, the elections office staff have generally been professional and pleasant to work with, and many of the observers have
Yeah,
good rapport with.
it's jittery, stopping, whatever. Again,
That said, I would like to comment on my experience with observing elections. In light, Dan noted that we have an observer room to watch all aspects
I've
of the
done before, though.
process, including signature verification and ballot adjudication.
As soon as I said something, it froze.
And
Did it freeze?
I mean, whatever. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still doing it.
Okay, so just to give you a bit of a lowdown, she is an actual poll watcher, and she said, "Oh yeah, all the people, everybody there was really nice and da 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 da." But, and then she goes into details about how they're in a new building for the elections office, and yet they put these people further away from where they can't see what's going on with the counting of the ballots and all of this. So she's going into quite a bit of detail about it.
you can please refer to the elections office schematic that I provided in the last page. And observers are not able to watch all aspects of the process. There are several blind spots. Ballots travel off camera to unknown locations, and observers have no visibility as to where and how. A look testimony, you heard some of these common observation complaints, which warrant repeating. Used are not intended for close-up viewing. 4 of about 13 random camera views rotate at 45 the same view. There's no sound to hear conversation and no.
So this is what she's talking about. There's like 3, they keep flipping the screens from one screen. They'll change it from one spot that you're watching to another spot, and you can't follow what they're doing. So even though they showed you somebody looking at a ballot, then they flip the screen to another scene in the elections area of another person counting ballots. So you never get to see if they actually did clear the ballot or not.
No date and timestamp on the videos to confirm their authenticity. Separate screens are used to observe signature verification, where electronic ballot envelope signatures are compared with those on file. Issues with this process include electronic signatures, many captured on digital devices, are of poor quality. Observers do not have access to all the signatures on file, so they cannot truly witness this process. Election workers generally speed through the verification process, spending only about 3 seconds per screen. Many signatures do not match, and observers are unable to challenge them. Thousands of signatures may be accepted without any witnesses at all if the screens aren't working, or if there are more verifiers than screens, or in the case of smaller special election when the verification software isn't accessed at all due to cost. In our vote by mail system, a matching signature is literally the only method we have to prove that a voter signed the envelope submitted. As a witness to signature verification, I cannot say that I feel confident about the process of our elections in any way. There's just too much opportunity for fraud. Our elections are far too important for us to just trust that this is okay. Adjudication, also observed on the screens, seems to be pretty transparent.
So I was impressed that she really stayed with the points. She didn't like there at the beginning. I was worried because she got off on the whole, "Oh, you guys are so nice." And so I was a little worried, but she actually did point out everything. I mean, she went through a great list of stuff that showed just how, everything that she just listed there. How could anybody say that it was a legitimate count?
Mm-hmm.
After everything she just listed.
No, I agree. There was a video, I've shared it before, that someone I know put together, but of some hearings during elections back in the early 2000s, where
Mhm.
this computer expert was talking about how the computer could never be a secure way to do elections because it's just so easy to break
Mhm.
into.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You know,
crazy.
well, what's funny is I was just listening to Trump talk to, I think it was Glenn Beck, and they were talking about Elon, and Trump said, well, if anybody would know how to make sure to make the elections run, to make the count, the whole election part of it run smoothly regarding a computer, to be Elon. And Elon comes right out and says the only way it should be done is with paper ballots.
Yeah. That's the thing that people don't realize about Elon Musk is they think, oh, he's some tech guy. He's not a tech person. He's a business guy who's about efficiency, about cutting costs, who's about making things work. That's how he's been successful. Sure, he's innovative in that he wants to go to the space and he wants to start electric car companies and all this kind of stuff. He wants to go to Mars, but ultimately his skill is not the engineering. All these people who are yelling about, oh, Elon Musk got us there. Yeah, he built companies that did it. He himself is not, Tony Stark or whatever, like they depict in the movies.
Yeah. Well, Big Dog Moss said some states are saying it'll be days before they can count all the mail-in ballots. And like she said, the whole world can do it, and we used to do it. So I don't understand why that's a problem.
Look, none of these states have excuses. When Georgia, who's still cleaning up this hurricane, has said that they've gotten a couple 100,000 votes already in. I mean, I get everybody's issues with mail-in ballots, with early voting. We don't need to get into that side of things. We talked about it, but the fact that they can get votes in and they can get people the ability to vote despite this hurricane, and other states are, playing games, that's a joke.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, no, in my state, you don't have to show an address and ID. You just have to walk in and know your name and date of birth. I could totally walk in and be my dad or my brothers.
You don't have to show ID.
Being honest. Nope, you don't have to show ID. First time I went to vote when I was 18, I tried to show ID, and the lady got offended and upset with me. And visually, you could see she was annoyed, and I was like, I don't know any better. I just assumed you had to show ID. Nope, you just have to tell them who your name, your date of birth, your address, I think, and that's it. That's all public information.
I can't even believe it. It just blows me away.
Yeah, it blows my mind. I mean, honestly, in that system, the mail-in ballots, in my mind, are more secure because I have to put, at bare minimum, my freaking social security number in to get it. You have to actually put in your social security number to order the mail-in ballot, but you don't have to give your social security number to, go in person and vote.
Yep. It's stupid. Until we change this around, we're going to be screwed. We will never get an accurate election until we change this.
I think Baxter's going to vote this year.
Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure every one of my grandparents that have been dead for years are going to vote. I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, I think I might have got a letter from one of them the other day about it.
In 2016, I know somebody that at least told me, they could have been lying, but that they got a ballot in 2 states and submitted them.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, we've seen all kinds of people say one, RVers. RVers are big. They're ones that'll say, oh yeah, my cousin got a ballot with my name on it, and I've never lived there at all. It's like, what the hell? Never even lived in that state, but I got a ballot at my.
Okay.
Like what?
Anything to stop Trump. We have to protect democracy.
Yeah.
Even if we do anything that's undemocratic,
yeah,
we have to protect democracy.
Yeah.
Ends justify the means.
Just crazy. So it's all about wherever you're gonna do it, man. It is about doing it. It is about starting somewhere at the end. But we all got to do something, because if we don't, they're taking it. And if you think that our life has been shitty the last 4 years, you wait for the next 4 years if Camel Toe gets it. because if you think they brought down America in the last 4 years quickly, I think it'll go even quicker with her. Because they had to kind of cover it up with his fucking, I'm the fucking memory care patient fucking poster child. But I think with her, they can lead her more on strings, and it makes me think of that Pinocchio song. I got no strings to hold me down.
Are you saying she's not smart?
Oh
How
God,
can you say that?
I know.
She's a woman and a woman of color. She's a
I know.
WOC.
She's a yeah.
She's
Yeah. She's a
She's a
something.
wok. She's a wok.
She's a yeah.
Look, I just can't wait to have a first dad. I mean, that's just a mama and a first dad. It's gonna be great.
Oh my God! Shut up! Don't even say it like that. We're not laughing. I'm telling you what.
If he goes back to his old ways and he hits his wife,
My channel will change drastically. My channel will change drastically if she makes office. I'm telling you, I'm fucking. Oh my gosh.
Well, the new pub will be on Rumble
Yeah,
or Odyssey or whatever other old tech.
because the last pub got shut down.
They evicted us.
So you ain't coming back. We ain't telling you, like we tell all the other people they can come back after 90 days. Yeah, you ain't coming back after 90 days. That's how that would go. I'm fairly certain. And I'd be okay with it. It'd be a straight up fuck off.
But yeah, ultimately, I do agree with what Art just said, that the country's not going to end regardless of who gets elected. It's just going to sucker, a little more, a little less for 4 years. I think the only way that's not true is if the Democrats take the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and then they've openly talked about how they want to get rid of the filibuster. They want to change rules on passing on judges, and they want to change the they want to add states in Puerto Rico and DC.
Just thinking that the country will get just a little bit shittier. Bullshit.
But if the Republicans control the House or the Senate or both, and the Democrats win the presidency, it's just going to be 4 years of bullshit. Nothing really changes. Little shittier for a little bit, but just stalled out crap.
Yeah, if they steal the presidential election, they're fucking taking more than that. Trust me, they ain't fuck. They're gonna be on it'll be. I'm telling you, it will totally be a fucking runaway train. I think I definitely think. I mean, I think 2 years. It'll be too much. Like I don't think our country will withstand 2 years of her. Yeah, Rome fell. I mean, you can't. I just think that I think here's the deal. If Trump was to get office, the mess that we were in the first time he took office, that was a nightmare for him to try to clean up. I mean, you see how far he got. He didn't even, it was like, the whole fucking country was a mess and he cleaned up like a fucking, I don't know, 25 by 25 mile area. That's kind of how it is. And so now our country's even more fucked up. The world's fucked up. And we think he's just going to be able to fix more shit in 4 years. Now, do I think he'll come in with a way heavier iron fist? Hell yeah, I do. Because he ain't got nothing to lose this 4 years. But I think that's also going to take a lot of people's freedoms away in that process. So get prepared for that. Because remember, we got to get rid of all these fucking illegals. And how are we going to do that?
Look, anyways, I agree. Rome fell, ancient Greece fell, all nations, all empires fall. The question really becomes down to, and I agree. I think America's in decline. But none of these empires fell overnight, and it was very painful for the people that lived within them as the decline occurred over time. But people only look at that stuff in retrospect. Like, in the time, you're just living. So people look back and be like, this is when the American Empire fell. This is when the unipolar world order ended. But I don't think it's going to be in our lifetimes that the United States is going to no longer exist. It might not be the way we remember it, or it was when we grew up, or in our individual youths, but I don't see it all like disappearing. I think it's going to outlast us, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I don't think it'll disappear, but I don't think it'll be the world that it remotely resembles what it's supposed to be. I don't think it'll resemble freedom in one way at all. I think it will be an absolute fucking catastrophe that we'll never be able to gain back. It will never go back to a free state. There'll never be that again once they take it. Once this time, you got to think about it. When Obama was in office, before he took office the first time, where our country was at, and in that 8 years, he was able to plummet so much shit. I mean, look where our morals went in fucking no time. In that 8 years, the things that they ended up okaying and being fine with, and ended up putting shit into law that made no sense. That was all during Obama's bullshit. And then Trump come in and tried to clean it up a little bit. But like I said, 4 years wasn't, it's like a fucking 25 by 25 mile square area that he was able to clean up by the time his presidency was done. And now we're going back to it again.
I think there's nothing wrong with a few drone strikes on Americans on foreign territory. Nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Just a little statecraft, okay?
Yeah. Gutters, he's going to fire everyone and have the National Guard and FBI round up the illegals. Well, you're right. But in that process, remember, he's not going to know that when they come in, they ain't going to know who's illegal and who's not. So all of our freedoms, there'll be some. I'm telling you, it's kind of, remember 9/11. Remember the Patriot Act. Remember what that did for our freedoms. Hey, Kimmy, baby, what's up?
People don't want freedom. They just want to be fat and happy.
No, just tell them what to do.
Too many people don't want the responsibility of freedom. That's the truth of the matter.
Well, then can we just cut the country in half and stick half on one side and the other half on the other side? And then finally, when we get strong enough, we'll just take care of that half too. And get rid of it.
Or maybe we could just all drop the whole federalism thing and let people just go their separate ways and just have a few things we share.
Right. Anyways, just look at how our industry vanished. Went overseas. Detroit is now a Mad Max reason. No shit. When people go there and see that, there's a guy, what the hell is his name? He's a bald dude that always goes and does them. Peter Santana or something. And he goes into some of these areas. You're like, holy shit, that's good. That's a city. And it looks like a bomb went off in it.
Yeah, but they're gonna bring back all the jobs by making us all have electric cars.
Right.
That's how it's gonna work. It's gonna be great.
It all sounds like fabulous.
The president makes all the jobs. That's how it works. I mean, it will be when they take over because of socialism and all that. But right now, they make all the jobs.
Yeah. We're glad you're here too.
Jobs.
Yeah.
Love buzzwords. They're so easy to get things over on people with. Do the work. We're going to do the work. I don't know what the work is, but we're going to do it.
There's only about 4,000 jobs. Well, fuck, start there. Get rid of all those ones. Yep, right, son, honey? Yeah, I mean, but we just keep letting them do this shit. This is why we can't. We gotta stop.
People don't understand that any
Just
freedom you
stop.
give away to the government, they're never giving you back.
Never. It's gone. You can never give up your guns. Don't open the door. Jesus. It's kind of scary. It's scary to think where we could all be in, 2 years. Because it used to be like you were saying, they take it away a little at a time, but they're getting bolder and bolder at taking shit from us. I mean, come on. Now the bills are how many pages? And they're just filled with shit of stuff they're taking away from us.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the presidency. It's going to fix anything. It's across the board. The government is broken. The people involved in it, a lot of them just want to, self-aggrandize.
That's right. It's time to clean the fucking slate. I've been telling you guys this for 4 fucking years now. Specifically right here. Okay, no, only 2.5, but it seems like 4. Literally, hashtag clean the slate. That's like the fucking, I probably do that hashtag more than any hashtag ever.
Baxter says, hashtag give me more treats. We're taking me outside.
Hashtag treat, bitch. He thinks he needs to go outside. Is that what you said?
I mean, it's about that time, but he's been trying to convince me for a while.
Baxter.
He's like, this conversation is not exciting. Y'all are boring. You always talk politics.
Like, y'all suck.
Pretty much. He's like, look, my dad's going to keep feeding me anyways, so I don't really care about the economy. That's his problem, not mine. My problem is, looking cute and being annoying.
You're right.
So, we all have different priorities. Like all these, LGBTs or whatever that are on there, parents paying for everything or whatever. Their priority isn't jobs and economy. Their priority is self-affirming themselves or whatever.
Oh my God. Nick Shirley was around fucking Harvard questioning all the kids around there. Oh fuck. I'm telling you what. That's the one thing we got to get rid of is colleges. Sorry for your luck, people, but colleges are half the fucking problem.
Oh yeah, no, I was going to say that earlier, but schools in general, homeschool, educate your kids, be involved in your kids' education.
No doubt.
Even if you can't teach your own kids, even if you can't homeschool, be involved actively. Know what your kids are being taught. Do their homework with them every day. Talk to them about what goes on in class. Show up to the kids' school and be like, hey, I'm just here to sit and, check out the class and see what's going on.
You know what? Go to your kids' school and see if you can go in the library and check out some books there. See what books you come up with.
No, you're doing it wrong. You sneak the porn books in and you find out if they get caught.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
See if they're really on their toes.
Mm-hmm. We should have known something was up with all these yuppies. We're spending all the money to get their child into a right preschool, right? Right way up, dude. You're more than that. You're a fucking idiot if you can even think that you could possibly vote for Camel Toe. She has yet to say 1 point. Give me, not 1 point has she made to where you go, oh, well, hey, shit. She made a good point there. I have yet to hear anything out of her mouth.
Wait, is there someone here that's trying to convince people to vote for Kamala?
No.
Oh.
No.
I want to talk to somebody if they do.
Right?
I'm interested to hear what they gotta say.
Yeah, sure. Come on up. Go ahead. Yeah. Hell yeah. News coming out that Walls is being charged as a pedo for messing around with some boys when he was teaching high school. I just seen a thing on that. AMC. Dude, you know what? He'll get by with it because he's running for president or vice president. Or whatever the
Because
fuck.
his party is the D party. That's why he did it, and that's why he'll be protected.
That's right. He's the Diddy party.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Was it
The
added
P
D party?
Diddy. The P Diddy. Scamala Harris. I know. But you know what? This happened last time. Fuck. We thought Trump was going to win, and then boom. Oh, looky there. All them ballots just appeared out of nowhere.
It doesn't. So little of this matters on a national scale because of the electoral college, because of how these big cities dominate states. If you're in a deep red or a deep blue state, the only things your individual vote matters for is for local elections where there's actually some sway because it's not such a massive thing. But if you're not in Pennsylvania, it really doesn't freaking matter what your vote for president is. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a state that's deep blue, it doesn't really matter.
Well, at this point, we need to have a good spread between Camel Toe and Trump so that it's undeniably Trump.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm going to still vote, but look, let's be honest. Even if they pass that whole interstate pact, to put the electoral votes to the national vote winner of the popular vote, if a Republican won the popular vote but Democrat won the electoral vote, that they wouldn't give their votes to the Republican.
Right.
It would only go one way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just we've come. I think a lot of it really does come down to no morals, no ethics, nobody has a true backbone. And it's kind of like my son said one day when I said, well, maybe he was talking about some employee he had, and he goes, yeah, he's a really nice guy and he's got a big family, and gosh, I hate doing this, but I'm gonna have to let him go. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because he has no fucking work ethic. He just cannot. He said I try so hard with him, but he's just he'll find any excuse to get out of work. And then when he does the job, he does a shitty job. And he said he's a really nice guy, fun to visit with, but Jesus. And I said, well, maybe over time the work ethic will. He goes, Mom, you do not grow a work ethic. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah, it's either instilled in you as a child, or it's not. And obviously some kids you can't get it in, but
No, my
talking
grandson, I
about?
mean, from the time he was a year, if you started picking something up, half the time you didn't even have to pick it up. He was picking it up and putting it away. I mean, he has that. And if he sees somebody doing something, picking something up or putting stuff away, he's right over there to help. Like, I gotta go help pick this stuff up. I mean, that's just that quality work ethic that says you just do it because it needs to be done. And I don't understand how, I don't know. I guess
It's about
I was
seeing
raised
you
different.
doing stuff like that. It's about seeing, his parents do stuff like that. It's all about modeling the behaviors that we
Yep.
exemplify to them.
Yep.
This is why you have I've gone down this rabbit hole lately of watching all these like police body cam videos and stuff like that. And what you see repeatedly with the ones that involve kids is the kids are just as disrespectful and just as rude and just inappropriate, as the parents, because they're just mirroring what they see and what they hear as, acceptable behavior. And so if your kids, have modeled behavior that your, grandchild sees and that your kid saw growing up from you, just going to keep passing it along. That's what really matters. Like, they talk about generational wealth and all this kind of stuff. No, what really matters is generational behaviors and culture. That's why, like, I get people don't like the whole Jewish thing, but like, this is why you see successful Jews, because, culturally it's passed along for generations, from parent to child, that you have to educate your kids, that you have to make sure they're successful in the, society that you live in. And that's deeply ingrained within the culture. Like, it's seen as a commandment from God to educate your child.
Mhm.
And so, like, it's not just like something that some kids get an education, some kids don't. It's the communities, the culture, the site, it's built around kids. It's built on educating kids. And that's why it became like a meme or whatever, or that Jews are doctors and lawyers and whatnot. And so that's why I always say with all this stuff, to me, it just goes back to culture.
Yep.
Hell, just look at how these parents react when their little darlings are laid out. They tried to rub them on and blame everyone else. Disgusting. Yeah, I mean, it's the whole meme that you see on like these right-wing sites, obviously, or right-wing sides of the internet that are like, oh, he's a good boy who didn't do nothing, and some like very racist picture, of a black woman every time there's a shooting or a police-involved shooting or something that happens that becomes very public because it's so typical.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't carry myself. I don't think about these things. I treat people as individuals. I treat people with respect. But if you looked like in my phone, you'd see so many of these memes about like, single moms with like a kid, because that stuff is so true. And, that have mixed race single babies and stuff, like single moms with mixed race babies and stuff, because I see these memes all the time and end up sharing them because it's so damn true.
Mhm.
And the reality is we should just be honest about the problems that exist. This is why, like, I like there's this guy Larry Elder, if people know who he is.
Yeah.
He talked about a lot, about how the problem is that there's not culture that's good. There's not people to exemplify, and there's so much truth to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Larry Elder.
But yeah, I'm just a big, I'm just in all the things. But yeah, and I think that's like one of the things with all this, like, trans stuff that's exploded. I think a big part of that, yeah, okay, there's social contagion and all these other kinds of, but I do think a component of it is the fact that you have a lot of people that are being raised by single moms and single parents and don't know how to exemplify either femininity or masculinity, and it becomes very warped depending on what they expose themselves to.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when I first got into like the internet and internet debating and internet politics and stuff, it was during the early 2000s, and it was the like atheist, stuff that was going on at the time. And one of the things that I always thought that stood out to me was like, I don't see a big difference between a kid from one religion or another. The only difference is the parent that instills certain values.
Yep. Well, and I think that if you teach your kids right from wrong, and you do instill values in them, you're pretty much going to get a decent person, like in the end. Now, can they turn out to be a dick? Yeah, there are some that can just turn out to end up being the worst human beings you ever imagined. But for the most part, I think if you truly put into it what you're supposed to as a parent, you get some decent human beings in the end. Now, to me, one of the parts about being a decent human being is that work ethic. And I think if you don't have a work ethic, it tends to... I have a hard time with the respect, to show respect to somebody that doesn't have a work ethic. I have a really hard time with. But to show respect to somebody that doesn't have a work ethic, along with has no value system, like they, for me, I'm sure for most people, there's a difference between the whole ethic and the value in what you instill in your kids. And it's like I tell my oldest, who can tend to be an asshole like his mom frequently, that if you only show the work ethic, but you don't instill the values that go with all of that, then you might not get the results you're looking for, because you only did part of the deal there. And so, and I think I only learned that as I started raising kids. Like, as I would raise them and go, okay, well, I'm going to rule with an iron fist. And then I went, okay, well, I got to figure out a better way to do this, because in that process, I'm losing the value of it. Once I realized that, and I started to kind of pull myself back and realize that just because I said, I'll never let my kids act like they're those kids over there, and I really took into effect what I needed to do as a truly good parent. First of all, I realized it was going to be a whole hell of a lot harder than I thought. And second of all, I realized I couldn't forget that whole other piece of it. It couldn't just be because I said so, or you know what I mean? Because it's the right thing to do. I had to have, it needed to be more. Bye, AMC. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And sorry, buddy's a dick. It is the toughest job, is to be a parent. And it is the most rewarding. I do have to say that.
Well, not enough people are doing it because we, as Bill Clinton said, need to bring immigrants.
I've seen that. We need more. We're not, even though it couldn't be because all the stuff they're juicing people up with, but.
Well, I love how they went on and on for so long about how the Great Replacement Theory is BS, while at the same time Chuck Schumer's alluding to it. And, that Bill Clinton comes out to stump for Kamala Harris and, uses it. And it's like, you're marching out all these old people who can't keep it in track that you're supposed to not say the quiet part out loud. What's wrong with you idiots? It's crazy. She's cool. I'm tough on the border. Okay. Okay. They're like, yeah, we need to be tough on the border. So there's this guy, his name is Trump. He campaigned the first time around on this border wall. Like, you guys went on and on about walls being racist and whatever. It wasn't about the wall for people as much as it was the idea of we need to secure the border. No, walls are racist. It's not about securing the border, it's about the walls. Oh my god. Ridiculous.
Which they promptly put up around the Capitol 6 during all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, but this is why I buy into this, like what Art was getting at before, whoever was it. We're not a serious people. We're a society and a culture and a nation and empire that's in decline. Like that's true at the end of the day. I think I mentioned this a while back, but you look at this polling about like what kids want to be when they grow up. In the U.S., it's social media stars, it's actors, it's musicians, it's things like that. That's not what we should be aspiring to our children to be, or teaching our children what they should aspire to be. But that's what we've done. Like, okay, yeah,
Yep.
I mean, sure, society has celebrity, but I bet you there are more kids that can tell you about, like the celebrity stuff than about how our government or our society functions, about how the economy works, about how money even works. Something they use all the time. Anyways, I think I've done enough raging,
Nope.
and I've sobered up a little too much. So I'm gonna take
Sobered
Max
up.
for a walk.
You get it suck some more down.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, or drink it. I mean,
I'm gonna inhale it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to say that.
You can say whatever you want.
But first, I'm gonna go take Baxter for a walk.
First, it's time for Baxter to go for a walk. Right on.
But
Well, I'm glad
I'll,
you hung out.
it was nice to chat.
What's that? Yeah.
I said I'm gonna hop down to the chat, but it was nice to say hi. Have a good night.
All righty. And you have a great night. Thanks for coming up.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. So, yeah. What else? We talked a lot about the whole election polls. I see the whole thing with the hurricane is still going on. I'm seeing tons of, they want to lie about the whole thing with FEMA and, oh no, FEMA's not hindering the process. And then come to find out there is hindering going on. There was one truck driver who, they had came in and they had taken a side-by-side from the people who had rescued 7 families. And they were mad because the people that rescued the 7 families did not have a license and they weren't bonded. So because they weren't bonded and licensed, they felt like they shouldn't, FEMA and the powers that be felt like they shouldn't be there, and they took their side-by-side. Well, they took it and then they brought it back after they realized, they screwed up. They supposedly filled it up with gas and brought it back. I'm sure that was like a peace offering, since they stole their equipment that was saving people. They ended up, I want to say, that night they saved 22 people. 7 families. No, they saved 7 families to begin with. And after they brought, is that how it went? After they brought the side-by-side back, then they saved, like, I don't know, 27 or 22 people. I mean, it's just crazy. I just don't understand why they would want to make things harder. It's hard enough for people to try to save. I'm still in awe of how many people are actually missing that they have not found yet. And I mean, how much, I don't watch the regular news, but Marvin does. And he said he's hardly seeing anything about all these missing people. Now it's up to like 1,400 and something. FEMA's just another bullshit government parasitic agency that is worthless in function and deeds. I agree. Anyways, I cannot agree more. It's so frustrating watching these. But I'll tell you what. You know what? This whole hurricane has made me realize is those people are just getting closer and closer together. And they got each other's backs. They won't. They don't need. I mean, some of those places they've actually ran FEMA out and said, "Just get out. We don't need your help. Get the fuck out." So it's just making the people get closer and closer. It doesn't matter who they voted for. Those people don't care. Democrats saved Republicans. Republicans saved Democrats. Whatever. Some of them don't even vote on a side. They just, they just saved each other. They don't care. Yeah, AMC I just think that it shows us right there that our country will come together when push comes to shove. The common sense folk will come together, and common sense will enter more of those people. Like the people that have a tendency to be just fucking woke, common sense will come into them through all of, through the tragedies and trials and trivias and all the shit that's probably going to be put upon us here. It's just going to bring us closer together. I think it is now. I mean, I see it like, even when I showed you guys the Washington County shit and how, there were Democrats and Republicans that actually sat side by side going, "Hey, we didn't get to watch the elections like we wanted to. This is bullshit. You cannot sit us in the corner and expect us to watch and see what's going on and to see that it's being done properly when we can't even see what we're looking at. All we can see is the paper. We can't even see what's wrote on it." Hey, Siegel. What's up? So it just, it kind of makes you think there might be some hope. Hey, LW, what's up? But, I think that I almost think the more tragedy that we have is pushing us closer together. Because like I said, if you watch those people, they don't care. They don't care how people voted, and they just came together. And in that, those same people were the ones that said, "Get the fuck out. Get out, FEMA. We don't need you. We got this. We got everything we need. And we don't need you coming in here with your fucking bureaucracy and telling us we can't do this and we can't do that. We're going to do exactly what we need to do to get our community back to where it needs to be." I mean, they built bridges in an afternoon with flatbed trailers that they put across the river, propped it all up with a bunch of boulders. And I mean, You can't. I think that says a lot about the people of that area and what they are willing to do and not ask for handouts. Another thing that amazed me was how many people were offered handouts and said, no, we're okay. Please give it to our neighbors. Or they would, they would actually take the stuff and give it to their neighbors. So, I mean, and just watching the generosity of people, I'm telling you what, man, we're talking. This truck driver, he went down with a flatbed full of supplies. And I mean everything you could possibly imagine. Yeah. It brings you to tears when you see something like that. When you see how much those people are hurting and what they are able to accomplish, even though they're hurting. I mean, there's one family that lost 11 people in their family. Fuck. Just can't even imagine. Can't. But it's definitely it definitely makes me know. I was talking with Marvin about it this morning. It makes me know that tragedies they do bring people closer together. Sometimes they can push them apart, but in this instance, it definitely brought them together. The other thing I noticed was how all the shit happened. Like how the rain started there and they went for days. I think it was 5 days before the hurricane ever come to then torture the shit out of them. And that wasn't enough. That's okay. Let's just throw some tornadoes in there too. These people, this was one of the things that surprised me, was they lived, it looked like an area where I grew up. And I grew up in Idaho where we have deep valleys. Like, I mean, you drive up the river and they're deep. And tornadoes went straight up straight up the valley. Like, I can't even believe it. It just blows me away. Destroyed a 2-story home that was sitting on the river. The water had only went up, like, I think they said it 18 inches. It hadn't even gotten to the houses, but the tornado came and just fucking took the house out. And Niels Youngworth said the snow is in the forecast for tonight for Mitchell County. Son of a bitch. See? My gosh. There were tons of generators that went in on that flatbed. But still, I mean, that's in one area. This trucking outfit, they tried to go to one of the areas that hadn't been touched a lot. Because thank God for very giving people, but a lot of the areas had a lot of people and supplies there, and so they tried to move further. I want to say he said it was north, but it was more into, deeper into the woods where people hadn't gotten in there yet and helped those people. They were still rescuing people yesterday. Like families with little babies and mother of mercy. I'm trying to read chat. Yes, be careful of fake donations. I can tell you that there's a couple of them. The one that I think I'm so impressed with. I mean, there are tons of little ones, and I have a feeling that this big one kind of dispersed stuff out to those littler ones. But that Cajun Nation, or Cajun Angels, the stuff that they have done is amazing. But there are a lot of good ones out there. Just make sure you do your research. Don't be handing off money, so to speak, to those ones unless you are really sure, because there's a lot of scams going around. And there are still people that do need the help. So Cajun Navy, is that what it is? Cajun Navy. Yeah, impressive. I think you're right, Ma. I think that's what it is. Yeah, and that just I mean to tell you, and the Samaritan's Purse is a good one too. Yep. See, but Bear Independent, I don't know that one, and that's what I mean. I'm so leery of some of them because I just don't know what they, I mean, man, the Cajun Navy always does a great job. No matter where, from Texas to the East Coast, they always show up. I think that's awesome. I just think that's so awesome. Sorry, my pillow's falling. I'm sorry, I'm reading. Yeah. But I definitely I think I have to say that it gave me a little bit of hope knowing that if shit did go south, how many people would actually stand up for each other and, kind of tell the government to piss up a rope. Yeah, I'm sure he is, Ma. I just haven't had a chance to. Like I said, there's so many of them. I just tried to. And what I do think is great about some of them, like the Samaritan's Purse and Cajun Navy, is that they do kind of disperse it out to have so that the others can, I think it just probably makes things a little easier for it to get to the people that need it. Is Red Cross out there? I don't know, but they should probably just stay away. Sorry, I'm not impressed with those kind of outfits. The minute you have a CEO that's making bank, I'm out. Yeah, exactly, Kim. Okay, how many millions were donated and given to fix Flint, Michigan water, yet nothing of real value? The solutions ever happened. It just went into their personal wallets. Yeah, see, fuck. That just chaps my ass. I just, yeah, I just, so I don't know. Do y'all know that Red Cross actually, I had no idea, but from what I've heard, Red Cross, they sell the blood to hospitals. Are you kidding me? If that is the case, yeah, I think that is like, that's a scam right there. Red Cross charged World War vets for what they got in the hospital. Not a fan. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. They can kiss. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Red Cross. Marv used to donate blood to him all the time, but he doesn't anymore. We kind of got annoyed with them all. Oh, what was that? So yeah, what else? So Friday, I will not be doing coffee club. I will try to talk with Mouse and see if she wants to do a coffee club. Hey Wanda, what's up, darling? And then next week, depending on what happens, I'll play it by ear, but hopefully don't give up on me if for some reason I'm not here next Tuesday or maybe next Friday. Don't give up on me. I'll be back, I promise. I just have stuff that I've got to take care of, and so when I do these lives, I've been trying to do a little more research, even though my computer's not wanting to cooperate. And so when I do that, it does definitely takes a little more time up. But I hope y'all get to come back, hang out. I know this is kind of a quickie live, only 2 hours. Make sure you all go to Seriously Podcast and check out his channel. And sub up to him because he is where we are doing our wrestling on Thursday, this coming Thursday. And y'all need to go there and vote for me because you really want me to kick Soldier Girl's ass. And the only way I can do that is if you guys vote me to be the one to do that. So don't vote for T. Vote for me. I didn't practice that either. Yeah, get ready to rumble. Thank you, Flatty. But let me put in his actually, let me put in this one. I'm going to put in the live so you guys can go there and sub up to him. But as well, you can see his intro for his for the upcoming wrestling match. Sorry, I can't do two things at once. Can you tell? Thursday night, 7:15 Pacific Standard, 10:15 Eastern. Be there, be square, come hang out, and, make Gigi go. I need the belt. That's why I need this, because I need the belt. I need the belt, I need the belt, I need the belt. Y'all want me to have the belt. I know you do. And there. Okay. Here it is. It's called Brawloween. Let's see. Hopefully that I put space in between there. Yep. Okay. It did blue, didn't it? Where'd my phone go? Let me look. Yeah. Okay. So make sure y'all go sub up, Tyke, and come Thursday night and hang out. Yes, we gonna win, win, win. Fight, fight, fight. All right. Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with us. I had a blast. I know I didn't have many on panel, but at least Arb came up. I guess everybody's, they're sick of me. It's okay. I don't mind. Whatever. But y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday and the rest of your week. And I will see you all really soon. I guess I'll play my intro. Beans. You ain't gonna get to hear it Friday. As soon as I can figure out where to go. No worries, LW. Everybody has lives. Okay. Maybe. All right. Here we go. Thanks, y'all. Oh, good, Kim. Yeah, go check them out. They're a lot of fun. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy. And make sure you go check out the poll watcher stuff just to see. You never know. It might be worth it to do it. I mean, it might be easy enough that you'll have no problem doing it. So please go check it out. Thanks, y'all.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Step right up, got tickets on sale. In today's episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone. But don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire, elephants and donkeys got us. I wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit goes on. Well, the world's strongest man just dropped the ball, and the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lions at the cage, puppets in a rage, and the ringleaders on parade. It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire, elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on. Witness the greatest show on earth. Ignore the flames. Do not panic. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire, elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.